Imagine yourself standing in front of a raging fire, and you get to throw into the flames anything from your past that you'd rather forget. If given that chance, what would you let go of? I'm 23 and living back at home again. I'm a new college grad with a liberal arts degree and no money, so this is my only option. I've left behind big city life on the East Coast to live in a remote mountain town in New Mexico. I love New Mexico, but I'm not happy about being back at home with my parents. And it's not that I don't love them, it's just complicated. It's hard to go back to that daily parent-child dynamic when you've been gone for a while. And then there's my dad. He's a complex, angry man. His unpredictable temper is legendary. When I'm a little girl, I hide in my closet whenever he gets upset. It's quieter. I feel safe in there. And I spend my time daydreaming about what my life is going to be like. And I promise myself that I will leave this crazy house as soon as I'm old enough. So to be back there now as an adult, sleeping in the bedroom right next to my parents, it feels like a major failure on my part. But now when my dad gets mad, I don't hide in my closet. I'm a grown woman, and frankly, there's no room. That small walk-in space is packed to the gills with stuff that I have accumulated over the years. In my closet, I have a trunk, and in it are yearbooks and old tests and papers, journals going back to when I was 8 years old. There are boxes and boxes of photographs and their negatives, including this gem of me in 5th grade where I'm wearing a mullet and glasses and braces. I have every letter and every card I've ever received, including a letter from the Rick Springfield fan club dated 1984 when I thought he was so cute. All these things, they make me happy to see. But they also remind me of the painful parts of my childhood, all the hiding that I had to do. I'm caught between longing to remember and wanting to forget. Honestly, when I look at all the stuff I have, it just feels like a dead weight. I wish I could get rid of it all and start fresh. But I don't have the heart to throw anything away. My grandmother always said, "Be careful what you wish for." And I remember this on the day the National Park Service lights a controlled burn in the forest surrounding my town. It also happens to be my 24th birthday. And this controlled burn quickly gets out of control. Some people take it seriously. I drink a beer and watch my neighbors pack furniture into U-Hauls and make contingency plans. Instead of gathering my things, I wait and I watch, mostly in denial. When the fire finally does come to town, I'm not even at home. As soon as I hear about the emergency evacuation order, I call my mom. She frantically explains that they have 10 minutes to get together their things before the fire department comes back and escorts them out of town. "What do you want me to bring?" she asks. And my mind goes blank. I mentally scan my room and my closet, and all I can think to tell her is, just get out safely. After we hang up, I decide I'm going to try to get back home, just in case I can get something. But as I get closer to my neighborhood, I notice how thick the air is with smoke and the strong smell of campfire. I seriously doubt the fire department's going to let me back in. Instead, I decide to join my friends. They are part of a search and rescue team, and I join them, and together we work road closures for the rest of the day and into the night. When I finally do meet up with my parents again, we sit together and watch news coverage of the fire on TV. At one point, we realize that we're watching our neighborhood. And then we realize that the structure engulfed in flames in front of us is our home. It's gone. Everything is gone. The fire was devastating. Over 200 homes were destroyed in my community, including my family's, and we lost everything. Ironically, I consider it to be one of the most positive turning points of my life. After the evacuation, I never lived at home again. It completely changed how I related to my parents. It freed me from old ghosts, and it gave me that fresh start. However, I was unprepared for how disorienting it is to lose everything. The things we collect in our life, they serve as guideposts that help us find our way back to the people and the places that we've been. And without them, there is an overwhelming feeling of being untethered in your own life. It's a complicated grief that lacks any kind of ritual for closure. Over 20 years later, and I still sometimes find myself looking for something, only to remember, ah, I lost that in the fire.